Hi, IOH friends and family. My name is Kaila Hayden, and I'm from Indianland, South Carolina. I recently graduated from Indianland High School, and in the fall, I began pre-med at Clemson University. I've written countless essays on my mom's illness, but this video has been quite a challenge for me. I've pushed it off until the last minute because it's something that is so emotionally impactful and taxing that I would like to be as genuine as possible. So I'm going to answer the questions in the order that they come and try and provide the best insight to the impact of my mom's illness and the legacy that she's left. In August of 2012, my mom was diagnosed with ALS, which is a disease where your muscles slowly begin to deteriorate and eventually the patient is paralyzed. In the 4 years since she's been diagnosed, my mom has lost her ability to walk, talk, and eat. She's in a wheelchair. We feed her through a feeding tube, and she uses a computer system to communicate with us. It's almost dehumanizing because my mom, who was once someone that I looked to for advice, for counseling, for essentially anything, she was now something I had to take care of. And going through this experience has taught me a lot about how to regard someone regardless of their situation. While she's not there physically, she's there mentally, she's still a person. And while caretaking is sometimes a chore, it's something that we have to do with our whole hearts. And we have to remember along the way that everyone is always human and we are only human. Additionally, it's had such an emotional toll. My mom was our rock. She was our decision maker. She was our North Star. She led the family, and having to adjust to not her in charge. Some days we're lost. Some days we don't know what we're going to do when the inevitable comes. But until the inevitable does come, we are trying our best to make the most of the time we have left. More importantly, my mom is my best friend, and she's someone that I always go to regardless of the situation. She always knows the right words to say. And she's always pushed us to give of ourselves and give of our time, which for me really manifested when I discovered Inheritance of Hope and all that they do for terminally ill families. After experiencing our own personal family retreat in August 2014, I felt so compelled to honor my mom and give back to the organization that just changed my life. So this January, I was blessed with the opportunity to serve at a legacy retreat for another ALS family. And I cannot describe the way I felt the Lord work inside me and outside of me, because finally what I went through had a purpose. And I cannot think of a better way to honor my mom and honor her legacy than to give back to another family in our same position. Finally, we lost half of our income when my mom was ill, and now half of what remains goes to paying for all of the medical costs associated with ALS. So now the four of us live on a fourth of our original family's income. Unfortunately, FAFSA doesn't have a terminally ill parent box, so there's no way to convey my financial need. But college is expensive, and I don't want my family to have to suffer because I chose an expensive college education. And while I want the future and what's best for me, I don't want them to have to compensate in other ways. And I don't want additional funds to have to be taken away from my mother's caretaking. Receiving the Inheritance of Hope scholarship would mean the world to me, just because it would alleviate so much financial stress and worry from my parents. So I ask that you consider me and my situation. Thank you guys so much, and I wish the best.